Welcome to our Tea Time Tribe. We're so happy that you can witness this recording. We are about to do a guided meditation together. We do this whenever we can. And so today we are connecting about spiritual guides and pass on loved ones and just any connection of love and light that is here to support us and guide us. I'm going to allow my voice to be the space that allows those that are present here today, as well as those that are listening to the recording, to experience this meditation. Please meditate in a safe space where you would not be disturbed. Take responsibility for your own safety, always doing what's best and for the highest good for yourself and all of humanity and for planet Earth. Before we start the meditation, I want whoever's listening to know that we have other meditations planned. So you can join us live on Zoom October 2nd at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And then the following Wednesday, October 9th, same time, 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We will be gathering on Zoom. You can come join us live, or you can just continue to be connected with Student of Truth to explore these meditations as well as our tea time discussions. The next tea time is September 29th, 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So cool. All right. Before we get into the meditation, I want to address spiritual protection. This meditation, any beings that you're able to see or hear, connect with, feel throughout the meditation will be here for the highest good of humanity and the highest good of planet Earth. I already did some spiritual protection and grid work to make sure my space was of the highest good and all the love and light coming through. So I want to invite everybody to just with your own intention, intending that the space is protected and that your spiritual guides, ancestors, past on loved ones are able to communicate with you with love and light. You are guided, you are here, and every single energy that you are connected with here in this space is for the highest good of all of humanity. We are here for goodness, we are here for love, we are here for harmony, we are here for peace. And we attract all of those energies to us. All right, so we will begin the meditation with letting the eyes just naturally close down whenever you're feeling ready. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Repeating to yourself quietly, I am beginning a sacred inner journey. I am beginning a sacred inner journey. Inviting all of your conscious awareness to be contained within the body for a couple moments. Feeling the physical body. Inviting the healing energy of your highest self and your entire spiritual team to be present with the energy that is within the physical body at this time. Clearing and allowing space for the highest good to be contained within the physical form. Breathing deeply as you remember that all of the energy here today that you are observing is blessed, is highly spiritual, is high vibrational. Breathing and remembering who it is that you are as energy, as light, as source, as consciousness. Breathing and locating the heart space. Finding within the heart your desire to be supported if it is there at all. Finding in the heart a desire to connect with the spiritual realm, a desire to know more deeply and clearly who your spiritual guides are. Maybe the question, who is my guardian angel? Who is my spiritual team? Are there any passed on loved ones or ancestors guiding my human journey? Just feeling this energy in the heart. No need to make anything up, just being honest about what's here in your heart and what you desire to experience here today. Letting the breath travel deeper into the heart and just being with this energy, addressing that everything in the outside world is taken care of, and only in this moment now exists you and your beautiful, wonderful heart space. And as you feel the natural desires in your heart, the awareness knows that an inner journey is beginning. Allow your awareness to move upwards through the throat chakra, up the crown chakra, up through the top of your head into the astral plane, witnessing the free space that is outside of the body, letting your consciousness blast off like a rocket into the higher realms. In the higher realms, your awareness is guided magnetically into a space and time that has been designed by your higher self. Notice this space now. This is the space where you are destined to meet with the loved ones, the loving light beings that are guiding you on your human journey. Picture yourself walking deeper into this energy, feeling the goodness that is here in this space, knowing that you are experiencing very high vibrational energy and you are about to connect with the beings that are here to help you, to guide you, to assist you on your journey. Take a deep breath as you feel their support. Thank them for working with me to allow this voice to guide you into this space. Remembering the power that is here with yourself and with the beings that guide you. Soon you will find yourself in a very large room. This large room is set up similar to an office space. It has a big table. Notice the table coming into form. Noticing the chairs here. This space is designed for you to have a meeting. Finding yourself sitting at a table, making sure the room is unique, designed to be completely different than anything you've ever seen in the physical life on Earth. Letting this room be designed by you, letting this room be unique. Noticing that if you think of a painting will appear on the wall, that anything you think of instantly appears in this realm. So here you are in this magical, mystical realm, full of love and light, ready to be surrounded by the beings that are truly supporting you in this lifetime. Feel your body sitting on the chair, noticing how it is that you feel, to know that in this space, you can ask any question, you can receive any answer, that you are open and that you are ready to receive. For this part of the meditation, you will be guiding yourself through this journey. You can call on your spiritual guides to enter the room whenever you would like them to. They might already be in the room as well. You can call on passed on loved ones or ancestors. making sure that you're calling on beings of love and light that are here to make your journey positive, more loving, more harmonious, more peaceful. In a moment, I will allow more space of silence to occur so that you can clearly and easily hear what it is that your spirit guides, past on loved ones, and loving beings of love and light, ascended masters, guides, and teachers, allowing them to clearly speak to you. So bring whoever it is that you are connecting with in love and light into your beautiful high vibrational space, letting them come in, letting everyone arrive. And when you feel ready, you will be leading the discussion. You are the chief of operations of your physical human life on earth. You are the awareness that is contained within the physical body that is navigating this human life experience. So lead this conversation, get all of the answers that you like, and allow yourself to fully and completely receive. letting yourself explore. There's still a lot more time for you to be connected and to enjoy. Remembering that you are leading your consciousness, you are leading your energy. You get to decide what happens in this space. You get to decide who and where and what connections exist. Allow your mind to be free. As I am beginning to feel complete with my journey, I want to let you know that there is no rush. You may continue exploring and connecting. When you are beginning to feel complete, you can take deep breaths, and I will guide you back into the body. But again, if your consciousness, your awareness, your energy still has some integration or exploration, conversations to be had, you can continue letting those play out for yourself, doing what is best for you and honoring yourself in this space. This is space for you to truly connect. Bringing yourself into the body with the breath, sending white light, golden light, and pink light to the space that you created for you to connect with your spiritual guides and your loved ones, and any other spaces that your consciousness explored during this meditation session. Just imagine yourself letting some light shine on those spaces. Those spaces are protected, and only you are able to visit those spaces. Claim that and allow that to be the truth for you. As you breathe and remember your connection to the body, feel all the energy that is within your body, connecting with all the different aspects of you, feeling embodied as a whole, complete, healthy human being. Letting the body awaken, letting the mind communicate with the body at this time. Thank you for being my vessel. Thank you for holding space for me. Thank you for allowing me to explore and connect. Bringing the awareness to the heart space. Acknowledging the desires of the heart in this moment. Expressing to the heart, thank you so much for wanting things in this life. Thank you so much for having desires. It is safe in this space at this time to have desires. It is safe to express the true wants and desires from the heart. The heart is so wise, and the heart is so full of so many wishes and wants and desires for human life and human experience. So just holding that space there, connecting with the truth of your heart, knowing that you are here to support and listen to the desires of the heart, to make things possible for yourself. Tuning into the mind once again. I am here. I believe in myself. I believe in my ability to travel through space and time with the energy of my consciousness. I believe in my ability to meditate. I believe in my ability to be here now, present in an energy of light and love. Allowing the soul to be here, being aware of the soul, being connected to the energy of the soul, noticing the connection between your soul, your mind, your heart, and your body, letting that connection be stable and balanced, witnessing some light being shined onto you from source consciousness, clearing, connecting, and balancing this beautiful connection. And in a moment, we will be complete with this meditation session. So, knowing that the ending is near, just noticing if there are any more deep cleansing breaths you want to take, if there's any other energy that you want to feel, release, call in. knowing that your connection to source is very strong in this moment. You're very aware of the truth of this connection that you have with the universe and with yourself. So just noticing any final energy that you'd like to feel or be aware of. Witnessing our conversation ahead of time, knowing we're about to be able to share and connect about what we've been experiencing and how this meditation was for us. Taking a moment to sense and be aware of anyone else that is meditating with this recording, knowing that we are all here together, feeling the presence of our friends, our fellow human beings that are here meditating with us, just feeling that connection between all of us, knowing that we are all here to connect in love and light, and that is so beautiful and that is so wonderful. Being grateful for these connections. I want to remind anyone that is listening to the recording that you may want to pause the video to allow your own integration, or you can listen to the conversation that we will be connecting. Taking another deep breath as a group, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. Letting yourself come back to the physical space at the perfect time. And we are complete.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Ari.
You're welcome. I'm feeling that it was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Michael, do you want to share what you experienced? And then we'll let Carl share.
Well, yes, we were in the multi-dimensional meeting room, and Archangel, some grandparents, my mom, my other spirit guides, my higher self. It was my spirit guides and my higher self just kind of celebrating what our music is. You know, like in growing up in church, it was called the unending hymn, and it's like the angel choirs singing, and it is, waves of music that interact with each other and create what is.
Yes.
And my ears were ringing loudly, and was getting some downloads, and no, they're still ringing actually. Yeah.
Sounds like you were really on a high frequency.
Yeah.
Wow. So there was a song in your church where you grew up where it was a hymn?
Yeah, it was part of the liturgy, right? We'd have communion or Eucharist, and getting ready for that, there'd be like a statement, and then and then we'd sing this short hymn, and it was called the Unending Hymn. And the idea was that just temporarily we were all joining in with the heavenly choir to sing this hymn that is always being sung.
Wow.
And yeah, And and then after that, well, then we'd go up and take communion. But yeah, so that came through, and it said, well, the unending hymn is what we sing, and it, like, some of the vibration is what we know as matter and energy, and it emerges from the music.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yes.
It was sort of a teaching session and sort of a celebration about, like, how cool is that all these vibrations come together to create.
Yes. And I have this hope within me that you will visit that room so many times, that multidimensional meeting room.
Yeah.
Mm. It was so great to be able to guide that, and I'm glad you I feel like it's hard to process like what you're actually receiving, because it seems like it's just the secret of how the universe is created, and
Yeah.
this like beautiful musical way of creating matter.
Yeah, it's it will take time to totally process that. What does that mean in the realm of physics? I mean, there's a lot, obviously, quantum physics has a lot to do with waves, and quantizing those waves uh, in such a way as they behave like particles, you know.
Yeah.
But this is this is what it comes from. Yeah.
It's very special that you can share that with us, and we can start to understand all of this because it's fascinating.
Yeah. Well, one thing that they said was that this mathematical exercise called Fourier analysis does work to make sense of all this.
Mm.
So that's a clue, how to look at it.
What's it called?
Fourier, Fourier analysis.
FOUR
IER, I believe.
IER. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
I would love to hear about Carl's experience too.
Oh, I first want to say something about Michael's experience, because
Yes.
there's been said that with vibrations, that these vibrations never end, that they always go further. When vibration has come into light, that it still reverberates all the things that were reverberating in the past, so that it still exists. But for me, the meditation, uh, what for me came up was a strong feeling of home, like being at home. Okay, now I'm at home, but being at home in the planet, in your body, so sort of cozy light where
Mm.
the earth is enveloped in. And then I when meeting my guardian spirits in the room that you're talking about, the office room, it was like a planetarium, like where the planets are projected and the universe is projected onto the walls. So it was a bit a room like that, and I had the sense that my guardian spirits were asking me for assistance too. You know, that
Mm.
that I had the feeling that I needed to do things, to give things to. Uh, uh, so that's maybe the thing uh, I have from it is that I need to, you know, like start giving uh, giving more of myself. Or I don't know, you know, being in assistance with things, you know. So so my guardian spirits, well, they looked well, all kind of different types, but they're all were also a lot of children. So I don't know. I never experienced guardian spirits as being a child, but why not? It could be.
Mm.
So that was
Hmm.
about it.
That's so awesome. Maybe something you can give, it starts with just giving your attention to the guardian spirits, and then from there, you'll learn more about what you can give to them.
Mm,
Attention is a valuable gift.
that's true. Yes.
That sounds amazing. Um, I did for a moment regret saying it's like an office room, because I was like, wait, it really could be like any type of room. Like, so I'm glad it was a planetarium for you. And it
Well,
sounds like Michael had a unique experience too. So I was like, it doesn't have to be like an office. Like,
yeah. First it was a cave, but then it became like a sterile, because you said it was an office. It was more sterile and like unending or something with
mm,
distance. But then the planets were projected, and it was kind of like that, you know. No.
a cave sounds cool too.
Yeah, that was initially it was a cave. Yeah,
Yeah, you'll have to travel
it was
back
like
to the cave.
the coming together of the tribe or something, like the
Mm,
tribal come together.
wow, that's cool.
But it felt like I needed to come into action or something, you know.
Hmm.
Oh, my internet is a bit unstable, they say, but okay.
It's
Well,
interesting that you were getting that feeling.
yeah, yeah, I didn't really comment on what the room was like. It was also like a planetarium. It was a spherical room that you could see out of, you know, into the universe, and the table was kind of floating in the middle.
Yeah,
What?
and I from my spirits I got a flower, and in one of the
Oh,
petals of the flower there was the secret of the universe, but or something like that, you know. So that was my imagination.
hmm.
I love that.
Well,
So cool.
Yeah. When we meditate, it's hard to know what's imagination.
yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah, it could be that you're traveling to some place that does exist physically, but you're sort of like remote viewing it with your mind.
Hmm.
Is that what you're saying? Like, we don't really know if we're
Or,
remote viewing like a physical space or if it's just from the mind.
or something not physical, but that exists all the same.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is hard to know. Like, I love that concept because uh my mind is thinking about how I could like imagine myself at like a store at the mall, like my local mall. But there's like the only way to prove if I'm remote viewing is if I guess I had like a friend that I trusted would be at the mall and we could like walkie talkie and be like, okay, I'm seeing a woman with a red shirt. He's like, oh my gosh, there is a woman with a red shirt, you know, so you could
Yeah.
tell. You'd have to like set up some kind of like experiment to see um like if remote viewing is happening.
Yeah. Of course, quantum mechanics will tell you that if you set up an experiment, just the fact that you set up an experiment will affect the results.
Mhm.
True.
So we know that there can be a lot that can be true, but you can't necessarily prove it
Yeah.
or disprove it, really. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I think that there's so many variables to reality that it's very hard to really capture or something, you know, if it's even capturable, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
It,
So I think that's exciting that there can be so much truth that goes beyond what we experience in this 3D everyday life,
Mm,
or at least have up till now. And that when we have these experiences meditating, we can really pay attention to those and uh, believe them.
yeah.
You know, as I've gone on this spiritual path here over the years, I've, you know, always my realist self says, well, you know, you're probably just making all this up, you know, in your imagination. It's just your mind imagining things. Well, not so fast.
you know,
I think there's a truth to it.
Yeah. It seems so unnatural to hear just the imagination.
Right.
Imagination is so powerful, even if it is a non-physical vision. It has power. It has energy. It's occupying space in time.
Yes.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about my experience too, but
Yes.
interrupt anyone's thoughts.
No, I think I'm
Okay.
eager to hear.
Okay. Well, I had an amazing time guiding us into that space. I told you guys already that I saw a vision that like I'd be guiding us to connect with um like spirit guides, all the love and light spirit team, everything. And I didn't really have any expectations. Sometimes I can have my own little meditation when I'm guiding, but other times it's just I just guided and it doesn't really feel like I meditated. But I definitely was in my own like multi-dimensional meeting room. I love those words that Michael used. Multi-dimensional meeting room. Um Mine was hard. It was a future version of me. First, it was a future version of me that I really like loved and was like excited to meet with. And I do have this perspective that there are multiple possibilities. So like just because I meet a version of myself from the future today doesn't mean that I'm gonna be that future version of myself. There's like I believe that it's possibilities. So it's not like I'm definitely gonna end up So that's kind of like the context for how I was able to have this experience where there was like another future version of me came, and like the version of me that I really loved and was like really excited about meeting had like really short hair, like shorter than this hair. And this sounds so silly, but it's about my hair, which is like, I think is so stupid. Like, why do I care this much about my hair? But I feel like I've been conditioned to care about my hair because of my gender or something. Like, I don't know. Um, but anyways, uh, so this other version of me, she had really long hair, but she was so sad. And
Hmm.
she was just like expressing a lot of stuff to me. And basically, like, what came up is like, I've been wanting to do like a buzz cut, and like everybody thinks I look better with longer hair. And like the people that I've talked to about it are like, you should just grow it out. So I've been like thinking about growing it out because of that. But like, I don't really care if I look better with longer hair. I've had a buzz cut before and I like it. So like that's what I like. So it feels very like, childish to have all these concerns, but that is honestly what my meditation was about, this choice. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but I guess, it's been in my mind, obviously, if I would manifest this type of experience. And I guess I manifested seeing a version of myself that had the really long hair, and it just seemed like she was telling me that it is safe to trust myself and to keep doing what I want to do, even if it makes me look not as beautiful to other people. like, um, but it is something that I want to do. So I'll probably do it now that I have that meditation. And um, yeah, personally, I feel like I end up thinking a lot about what my hair looks like. It's just a thing for me. So when I have it like really short, like a buzz cut, I don't think about what it looks like at all. And I'm able to have so much more space to think about, like what everybody is going through and how I can support and how I can guide. I can get so many more um like insights about the world and about the universe. And I just really don't want to be the person that's concerned about what my hair looks like. So yeah, I was a little bit nervous to share this because it feels so like, it's so girly, I guess. but but yeah, um it did feel nice to connect with like different versions of myself from the future. And um I got to really like integrate that because this isn't my first time connecting with different versions of myself in the future. And it is a way that I like to make decisions, like a simple decision. Like if I can't decide between two different dinner options, I'll like scan the quantum field and find the version of
Hmm.
myself that had option number one, and then I'll find the version of myself that had option number two, and I'll just feel both of them. And then whichever one feels better, I'll be like, ah, that dinner was better. So that one.
Hmm.
That's like a technique that I use for making decisions. So it also, the meditation reminded me of that and gave me like courage and inspiration to talk about that more, because I think it's a really fun way to make decisions. And before I was making decisions that way, I had no idea how to make decisions for myself, and life was a lot harder. So
Hmm.
might make someone's life easier or just inspire others to have their own unique process for making decisions. So yeah.
Well, that sounds
Yeah.
that sounds like an effective way to make a decision.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, kind of a mystical way, but
Yeah.
um I really do like believing that there are just like for every different choice, it's so hard to put it into words, but like different choices lead to different life experiences. And when I reflect on this life experience, the choice of me creating videos and putting them on YouTube like made this choice available. Like I feel like whoever I choose to be in this moment will open up certain doors that wouldn't be open if I didn't make the choice that I did make. And like um I don't know if there was another way for Michael and us to meet, like, and for Carl to meet us. We all met through YouTube. So, like, I don't know if there was any other, like, intergalactic source coded plan for us to meet. Like, this seems like the one way for all of us to meet. I don't know, maybe there would have been an alternative way, but,
Yeah,
yeah,
it seems like there would have been, but yeah,
it seems,
YouTube, very spiritual kind of thing, it seems.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So don't be super shocked if one day you see me in the future and my hair is like super
Well,
duper short. Might be.
that is kind of how it was when we first met.
Yeah, I had just, oh, that came up in my meditation too,
Mhm.
because I wanted to have a buzz cut, and I went to the hair salon, and the woman that was cutting my hair, she talked me into doing like a style. So it was
Yeah.
like longer at the top and like shorter on the sides. She's like, you shouldn't just do a buzz cut, you should do a whole style. And like, I did like the style. I thought it was cool, but like I was literally like, the point of me going to the hair salon was to get a buzz cut. Like that is what I wanted. So that
Mm.
came up too, how it was this thing of like, it seemed like I was encouraging myself to do what I want to do, and like other people might have other suggestions, but and obviously it's okay for me to listen and change my mind. There's nothing wrong with that, but it seems like with that scenario, I did wish that I would have just blocked out the hairstylist opinion and just be like, you know what, no, like, um, there's a big part of me that's like, I'm not on earth to like look pretty. Like that's not my purpose. Like my purpose is not to be like the most beautiful girl in the world. Like it's not my purpose. Like my purpose isn't has to do with my looks. It has to do with my mind, my writing, my creations. Like I'm really passionate about art. Like whatever I look like is just like another aspect of the experience that like I honestly don't care that much about. Like I'm happy to be healthy. Like in that sense, like I care that my skin looks good, so since it's healthy, but like for it to, you know what I'm saying. I don't have, I could talk about this forever because it's something I care about, where it's just like I feel like there is this pressure to care about like how you look, when like in my authentic light, I'm honestly like, there's so much more that I prioritize, like feeling love and feeling support and like the energetics of my life, versus like the sight is just one aspect of it.
Well, my spirit guides sort of morph appearances.
Mm,
And I mean, the appearance is just kind of to help me connect as a 3D human. But
yeah.
appearance is very fluid, it seems, in the higher spiritual realms. Just kind of
Yeah.
changes all the time. It seems.
Yeah, it shows your preferences also a bit, like what what kind of life you're leading or something. Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, and like to me, whenever I tell someone like you are beautiful, like I'm just like you are beautiful. Like it's your your inner energy that I'm like
Yes.
connecting with when I say those words. Like I feel like to compliment someone's physical appearance, like I would have to be like I prefer the preferences you chose for yourself. Like it would be like for your physical form or something, because it feels uh very coded by whatever I like grew up watching and seeing and noticing how other people would prefer certain looks. But I think everything is beautiful. Everything looks beautiful. To be able to see is beautiful, and everything I see is a blessing.
Yeah. Well, like the way I dress is very ordinary. I just wear whatever I found at the sporting goods store.
Uh,
And I watch spiritual content on YouTube, and you'll see the ones that are wearing the flowing clothes and lots of you know, and it's like, well, I don't see myself dressing that way. I guess maybe I will someday. I don't know, but
Michael in a tunic
yeah,
coming
I'll just
soon.
yeah, I'll just wear what I wear. Yeah.
Yeah. And there are people that are so into fashion and just love it so much. And like, that's obviously not you. Like, you just pick
Right.
whatever clothes. Like, I think, I think that's something that I'm like actively focused on is because I did so much people pleasing in my lifetime. Like,
Hmm.
I'm trying to kind of find what it is that like like what is like me, kind of like how you knew like oh like I just pick out my clothes at this sporting goods store like
Yeah.
um yeah, like you have that aspect of yourself that you know.
Oh yeah. I mean, I do have the people pleasing thing. As a teenager, I always looked up to the jocks. So now I kind of dress like one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just what I'm doing now.
Yeah. Well,
Mm.
I mean that was kind of what was happening with my hair where I was like oh like if people think I look better with my hair longer I'll grow it out because they said I look better with it longer so I'll grow it out like.
Right.
Yeah, I always wear little bit of casual things, like maybe to not to want to jump out of 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 the crowd or something. So it's maybe also a bit of a
Mm.
protecting myself by being very casual, and so that's
Yeah, because if you wore something very unique, everybody might look at you and say, whoa, look at what that guy's wearing.
yeah, yeah. But now I'm wearing a shirt from Kathmandu. It's made in Kathmandu, and I bought
Hmm.
it in a nice shop where they had Tibetan bowls and things and books about spirituality and stuff like that. So
That's beautiful. I love it when clothes have like a significance and like a good memory with them.
yeah. Well, my mother sometimes knits sweaters, so then I've got these sweaters that she knitted.
Um,
So that's also very special.
Very special. I had this one outfit one time. It was very colorful, like lime green and pink and yellow, and like a cool pattern. And it was a shirt and pants, and they matched. And it was just such like a unique outfit. And it was comfortable, and I wanted to wear it to the airport. And I really expected that everybody was going to be looking and that it might people might say something like I was kind of getting a little anxious like really don't want people to say so. Like, I just didn't, I wanted to wear it, but I also was worried what would happen. But I wore it and no one said anything about my outfit the entire time. And no, it seemed like no one even noticed me. So I was like kind of happy. Like, it's hard to choose. I feel like choosing to do things and like anticipating the reaction you're gonna get from what you do is like, if you're doing it from a level of anxiety, I notice my brain is often completely wrong.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. But I notice if I'm in like a level of peace and it's almost coming in like a download, like, oh, if you make this choice, these are the possibilities that open up from that choice. That tends to be like accurate. So I feel like depending on what vibration I'm in will be the accuracy of the information that I'm getting. From the energy of anxiety, it's just like a bunch of nonsense that has no connection to my real life. But then from the vibration of peace, it's like, oh, okay, this might happen. And then it does happen. I'm like, oh, okay. We got a little bit of psychic energy happening.
Well, whenever I met my future self in our meditations, he's always wearing like academic professor type stuff, like kind of a wool coat, corduroy,
Mm,
uh, or a sweater, like a cardigan sweater,
mm.
you know,
That's nice.
warm, cozy kind of stuff. But the kind of stuff you'd expect a guy to be wearing who's sitting in the library
Mm.
or, you know, sitting by the fireplace. Yeah.
I can see that for sure for you.
Yeah.
I'm always wearing like beautiful, colorful dresses. I think that's my favorite thing to wear, like a beautiful, colorful dress. I do like sweaters too, though, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think if you go with anxiety, then it's like a static on TV or something. Then you don't have the connection to your inner self or to the vibes around you or something like that.
Mm,
You're shutting off these things.
yeah.
Yeah, anxiety. Well, I guess if I went with that, I'd spend a lot of money. Because anxiety is the way the 3D world gets us to do things.
My anxiety always wants me to like curl up in a ball and be like isolated.
Mhm. Yet you are not.
Well, then the meditation was the total opposite of anxiety.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
very peaceful. There was no worries. I was worried for a second, not like worried, but just thinking of anyone that might be new to my meditation guidance, if I need to, I don't know, say something special so they know what to expect or something. But um, again, yeah, I think that was like that static that Carl brought up where there's no need to say anything special. And also, it was
Right.
just Michael and Carl here. They didn't even come. So, like, uh, that was unnecessary thought. Pretty cool to see that now.
Yeah, it was absolutely perfect the way it was. And whenever I post these, they do get views, and I think that people are going to enjoy it and find meaning.
Yes. Yeah, people might still be watching. We could probably wrap up the recording
Oh,
too.
yes. Okay.
Thank you everybody for being here. And what do you guys want to say? We hope to meet you.
Well, thank you so much, and a whole lot of love for everybody who's watching, and a fantastic day.
Yes. Continue inviting more of what you desire, if it's peace and love and harmony. And we hope that all of our reflections were cool to listen to, and we're excited to connect with more people.
Yes, I hope you're doing well, and if you're not, I hope you'll be well soon.